woo. The great woo ding. The great woo ding's gonna do a thing.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. I was unsure what to call this trick, so I've ended up calling it Indecisive Indices. Yeah, because I wasn't sure what to call the trick, and it's all about the index corner, the indices of the card, and my index finger. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why this is interesting. The other is because this was a challenge to myself. This effect isn't very good because all of it is from my brain. Every element of this trick is original to me. Someone else has probably done it before, but I thought of it, so I can say that. Here we go. Here's how the trick works. You need the ace of clubs, you need the 8 of clubs, or an indifferent card, and the ace of diamonds. And you put them on the pack in this order. 8 of clubs, on top of it the ace of clubs. If you want it to look the right way, make sure you put it that way, I think. Nah, the other way, who knows. And then finally on top the ace of diamonds. Now you begin by mixing up the cards, but you don't. What you do is my original cut and my original shuffle and cut, both of which are a top stock retention, so they'll retain the first few cards, definitely the top 3. So first off, my top stock cut, which you can find a tutorial to here. I'll teach it briefly. What you do is you drop some cards, then start catching some cards on your thumb, do a rotation cut with that hand whilst you swivel that packet round and pop it back on top. There you go, you're retaining those cards on top. Then you do my top stock retention shuffle and cut, upping the level every time. Click on that link there or down in the description to the tutorial to that. I'll go over it briefly. You charlier your top stock to the bottom, and when the indifferent bottom packet comes to the top, you grab it and shuffle it out jogging and catching a kind of a break really on that out dropped card so that you can shuffle. And then I cut half of the cards from that top packet and then the rest at that break, that out jog that you've got, and put your top stock back on top. So there you go. There's 2 cuts and a shuffle and cut original to me. And now for my table original cut, which is a full pack retention shuffle, which is called the Zorro Cut, because it makes the shape of a Z for Zorro. Which way is a Z for you? That way? The other way? Yeah. And it goes out from that position. And it goes like this. You cut. I'll talk to you like you're sitting at the table looking at your cards. Again, if you want the tutorial to this more in depth, click on that link or in the description. Cut a third, left hand to the left. I'm explaining it like you're right-handed. And then a third right hand to the right. Then the last third to your original pile, out jogged. Then the pile in your right hand on the top. When you gather them back up looking like you're squaring, you're not, you're catching a break on top of your top stock. So bringing it in and catching that break, and then simply cutting at the break. Again, go and watch the video tutorial to that. That is the Zorro Cut. The name was inspired by the Zorro shuffle, and the cut itself inspired by the legend of Zorro. So there you go. There's 3 ways of mixing up the cards whilst retaining your top stock. All original to me. Well, hey. So in theory now that's been mixed up, so it doesn't matter that they're not picking any card. We're just going to have the top card. As you show them that top card, get a break under the top 2 cards. Okay, and you're showing them that you can feel from the index that this is the ace of, and I like that, bring it up into view as you say ace of clubs, and then of course you're showing them the ace of diamonds. And then you can put it on top fairly. This is my least favourite move. I've got to remember now, I should have written this down. This is This was inspired by the Enderlin exchange. I think that's the guy's name, Enderlin. Oh, I'll leave a link to it. And then I came up with my variation on his move. So, yeah, kind of original to me. And this is, what did I call it? The Wooding Wiggle, because it is a lot of wiggling and it's not very good. And this is an even adaptation of the Wooding Wiggle. There's the link to the Wooding Wiggle if you want to learn it. Here's what you do. It's all happening at the back here. You're taking stuff out. There's lots of fiddly moves. It's not very good, but no funny business.
No funny
You
business
hate
at
the funny
all.
business.
I hate the funny business.
Yeah. Oh well, very angle sensitive, but gets the job done. I'm going to pretend that that is the front and show you what's going on. So as you're showing them that index, you're bringing out those 2 cards, hopefully not making any noise, squaring them up with the main body of the pack, then maybe putting that finger on top so that you can push that top card square. So the second card is staying level with the pack, and the top card is going square with the card that's at the front. Okay? Great. When you're in that position, you can then bring your hand down nice and slowly, because that card, that's the back of that card, but you want them to see it. It's not though. It's a double. Right, bring it down, and then you can rub. Make sure you've got it down enough so that they can't see what's happening. What is happening is here, but I'll show you here. As you're rubbing, you grab it with your thumb and finger so that you just slide that card and it disappears. And there's no movement. You can't see it disappearing on the pack because it's all happening under that second card. If that second card wasn't there, you'd see this. And that's why you need that double, so that indifferent card hides the ace of diamonds sliding back. And then I forgot what patter I used. That should change the ace of clubs into the ace of, or name a card you like, and act surprised when it hasn't worked, but of course it has worked for the audience. I don't know how an audience would react. I've never performed it. All I've done is recorded it. So that's probably not one to use, but as a little challenge to myself to see if I could come up with a magic trick just of my own invention. It was interesting and a good way to get you thinking. Well, a good way to get me thinking. So there you go. That was the my top stock retention cut, followed by my top stock retention shuffle and cut, followed by my table full pack retention, which is called the Zorro Cut, followed by the Wooding Wiggle, coming up with that trick, which is such a tongue twister, something to do with indices and index. But I'm so indecisive, I'll probably call it something different. Right, there you go. I have been Mark Wooding, I can only apologise, or the great Woo.
The Great Woo, the Great Woo Ding, the Great Woo Ding just did a thing.